This is John Locke, and today I want to talk about something that is misunderstood a lot, which is what makes your content high quality or low quality. How does Google really look at your content, and how does it determine whether it's high quality? So one stat that you've probably seen if you've looked at SEO or read about SEO is that the longer your content is, the higher chances it will be that it will rank on page one. Now, to a great degree, that's true, but it's not necessarily true in every single case. And what I mean by that is sometimes people are just looking for a quick answer, and it's not necessary to go on for 2,500 words in order to give them what they need. One thing that I do when I look at how many words or what kind of length should be for a piece of content is simply Google the keyword that I'm trying to target, the keyword phrase, whatever phrase it is, and then look at what's on page one and then see how many words are on that page. So by taking the average of, or looking at basically like how many words each piece of content is, you can get a good idea of how long your piece of content should be, the kind of range it should be in. If every piece of content on the first page is somewhere between 1,800 and 2,600 words, then your content should fall somewhere in that vicinity, should fall somewhere in that range. Where people really get confused is thinking that having a long piece of content makes it a quality piece of content right away. I do believe that some people try and win at SEO by hiring other people to write their content. Maybe people that are not they're not familiar with the subject matter, outsourcing it to other people. Now, this can work if the person doing the writing is actually researching what your topic is about, or is talking with you and really finding out, digging deep. Now, if they're just regurgitating what's already been written, or if they're just kind of repeating keywords on a page, that's not going to help you. That's not going to be high quality content. No matter if it's 3,000 words, 3,500 words, 45,000 words, that's not going to be helpful. It has to be written for humans to understand. Another thing that I want to express too is the skyscraping content technique that was popularized by Brian Dean, that phrase, skyscraper technique, where you take the top ranked piece of content or the top ranking pieces of content and go like one step further and explain stuff one step further. The reason why that works is because the pieces of content that come in after are following a pattern of answering the same questions and maybe answering some additional questions in their piece of content. Hopefully they're doing the same things, such as if there's images throughout the piece of content or videos, they're doing some sort of thing to make their content stand out, to where it's not just 45,000 words of text without anything breaking it up. So that's another thing that you should be looking at, is on page one of Google for that keyword term, what do the pages look like as far as things besides text? What kind of images, charts, videos, what other things are embedded there to make that piece of content stand out? The design of the page is also going to play a great role. So making sure that the design of your page is also skyscraping, also going above and beyond. The design of your site and your page has an influence on how humans perceive that page and the trustworthiness of that site. Now, it's not something that can be measured by an SEO tool. It's not something that could be measured by SEO software. So this is a thing that often falls between the cracks. but it's important to look at. Also, let's talk about answering questions that other people are not. So if you're looking at the top ranking pieces of content and you're trying to do something similar and ranking them, you want to look at what questions they're answering, but also think of what questions people might have on top of that. So if you're looking at that Google page and you're seeing some of those other like question boxes, people also ask this, and there's these sorts of questions. Think about answering some of those inside of your content as well. That might be a good idea to push your content above and beyond the other guys. Last thing that I want to talk about too is how Google perceives your site as a topic authority. If other people are linking or have linked to your content in the past and they're from topically related sites, that might be an indicator to Google that your site is about this particular subject. If all the content on your site discusses this particular subject, that might be an indicator to Google that this is what your site is about. Once Google puts you into a box of what the subject matter of this site, the category, and the specific focus of this site is about, it's kind of hard to bust out of that box. This is something that I went through when I changed my own website from lockdowndesign.com to lockdownseo.com. It had been so long that Google had kind of seen that site as a WordPress and web development focused site that is really took it a long time to see it as more of SEO focused, because I had to create only SEO content for a long time and prune out some of the lower performing pages of the web development part. Obviously ones that weren't linked to and ones that weren't gathering traffic at that point. So make sure that whatever topic that you're going for in your content is already related to what the subject matter of your website is. Get links to your content. Leverage links that you already have to your existing content. If you have a page that is linked to more than the other pages on your site, see if you can have an internal link from that page go to one of your newer pages that you're trying to build up higher than the rest of your competitors. And realize too, just having more words on a page doesn't necessarily mean that it's a higher level of quality. Having things be grammatically correct doesn't necessarily mean that it's higher quality. Satisfying the users is what's going to make it higher quality. So look at all these other things that cannot be easily measured, such as are you answering those questions in depth? Does this design look professional? Are you adding all the extras like images and videos that you might notice as a pattern in those other pieces of content that you're trying to outrank? My name's John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. We help manufacturing and industrial firms with SEO, helping them get more requests for quotes. And we're here every week publishing videos. So we'd love to see you subscribe. That's it for now. Until next time. Peace.